an Arabian Nights inspired desert feel. So I'm a little bit late to the game, and for a book to manage to do that, it has to be absolutely stunning. Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. My name is Femke from Femke Fiction on Instagram and Bookish Buddies on Twitter. And today I will be talking to you about the best books that I read in 2019. The first book is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. This book is absolutely brutal. It's an adult fantasy, but it's really not for the faint of heart. It's really goring, it's heartbreaking, and it really shows consequences of war, what happens in a war. I am definitely not faint of heart, but while I was reading this at one point, most of people will know what point I'm talking about, I was definitely feeling a little bit nauseous because of the descriptions, and for a book to manage to do that, it has to be absolutely stunning. The end was also completely devastating. This is just one of those books that made me like really sob uncontrollably. It's definitely one to consider if you like this type of book, but this is one of the books you need to be a bit careful when going in because there's a lot of content that can trigger emotional responses. The next book is one that everyone I've seen it read has thought it was amazing. So I'm a little bit late to the game, but that is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I really loved in this book how you go from kind of disliking Victor and not really seeing to what his reasoning is to progressing to don't hurt my baby. I really like the characters. I love how there's no romance, and this was just really refreshing. I also found the two interconnected storylines to be really well done. It just really made me want to continue reading on because I needed to know what had happened. For a book to be able to do that, to just make me continue on without stopping, without sleeping, without eating, is a really wonderful thing to do. The next book on this list was one of my most anticipated releases, and I'm very happy that it did not disappoint, and that is We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faizal. This book, everything that I wanted and more. It has interesting characters, it has amazing banter between characters, it's basically enemies to lovers. It has kind of like an Arabian Nights inspired desert feel. It's mythology, it has creatures and beasts and magic, and I really loved it. I love the plot, I love the characters, I love the world building, and I'm so excited for We Free the Stars, which is definitely one of my most anticipated releases for next year. The next book on this list is Kingsbane by Claire Legrand, which is the sequel to Furyborn. Technically, this book may not be the best, but I enjoyed it so much while I was reading it. I was super invested. This is a book of over 600 pages, and I think I finished it within like a day, maybe two. So I flew through it, and I loved every minute of it. And what I really loved in this book were just the character developments that happened to the main characters, and also the plot and the world. And honestly, again, I can't wait until the sequel is published. The next book on this list is The Kingdom of Copper by S.A. Chakraborty, which is the sequel to The City of Brass. I'm so repetitive, but for this, it's just the same thing. I love the characters, I love the plot, I love the world building. I think it's done phenomenally. I really find the world intriguing, I find the politics intriguing. After the ending of this book, I really want the Empire of Gold as soon as possible. The next book on this list is Awakens by Elise Kova. This one I could have also put on my most surprising list because while I was excited to read it, I did not expect to love it as much as I did. I just loved how easy this was to read. It was fast-paced, it was action-packed, it had lots of interesting twists and turns, it had lots of interesting character development, and I just find the world really inspiring. This made me think of Avatar: The Last Airbender, so if you really like elemental magic, I think this is really something that you'll like. And then the final book on this list is Trial by Fire by Josephine Angelini. Honestly, the entire trilogy. This is one of the books that I just have had on my shelves for years, and I just never read them without a proper reason. And then I did read them, and I love them. I love the world, I love the politics, again, I love the characters, I love the romance. It's just, for me, the entire package. And I love that the farther you get in the trilogy, the more questions are answered without posing too many new questions. Just everything slowly gets resolved, and I think it's just phenomenally well done. Those were my favorite books of 2019. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it, leave a comment down below with your favorite books of 2019. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified every single time that we post. And that is all that I have for you in this video. Bye!